Kind people are more common than you think. They will come to you for aid when you're in danger or in need of money, and they will support you in any situation. In fact, many of these people help while risking their own life. In Brazil, the local municipality wanted to confiscate the stock from a street vendor, but people saved him from that fate by buying every single item.
What is your dream in life?
I'm trying to get like a car.
This barista was suffering from depression, and all he wanted was a new car. But he needed $1,000 to buy it. So these strangers had a pleasant surprise for him.
You're so loved. Light will shine on your face again. I promise you.
This father can be proud of his daughter. She gave her lunch to a woman in need. And here's a good reason to carry a portable chair with you. This guy would have struggled to mow all this grass by himself, but then complete strangers came to his aid. If only all neighbors were like this. This teacher had lost her 16-year-old cat, and the next day, her students gave her kittens to cheer her up. And this woman was just asked to officially become their mom. This man was helping his wife shave her head because she was losing her hair due to chemo. Then, suddenly,
Dad, you kind of rock it low key though.
now that's a display of real support. And this woman survived thanks to an anonymous kidney donor. And 3 years after she got the transplant, she can finally hug her savior. Fans brought a bunch of plush toys to the game to support the kids from the local hospital who were seated further down. And here is the girl's reaction to a graduation present, a photo with her late father.
Just the two of you? Yeah. All right, you guys good? Okay.
These guys were on a sinking boat, but when they called the police, they couldn't describe their location. The dispatchers decided to use FaceTime to visualize their surroundings, which saved these young men.
Stop you guys.
This guy would have been in trouble if it weren't for one of the spectators.
I just got fired.
Fire? You need dinner, you need coffee, you need what do you need?
Coffee.
This man just learned that a stranger has no money for food or drink, so he gave him $20 for a coffee. Turns out the guy was just conducting a social experiment, and he thanked his new friend for his kindness with $500.
My God, you sure?
I'm so sure, man.
My God.
During a flood, these people came together and formed a human chain to help this female driver get out of the car. This athlete was battling cancer, and his hockey team supported him through the entire 6 months of his treatment. Just look at the way they greet him from the hospital. A woman got overwhelmed by the ocean waves and started to drown. Thankfully, famous surfer Mickey Wright was at the beach, and he immediately sprung into action.
Please get me there as fast as you can. My daughter's calling me.
This taxi driver was taking a man to pick up his daughter from a concert when a mass shooting occurred at the event. He didn't mind taking such a dangerous trip and saved 7 people by letting them cram into his car. This guy buys birds just so he can release them. It's a win-win for the birds and the people who sell them. One household left a thank you note for their mailwoman for all the amazing work she does. And she couldn't contain her emotions.
Thank you.
Many people were in danger as a result of a flood in Morocco, but thanks to the kindness of others, they were saved. And here are students greeting their classmate after a few days of absence after his mother's death. And this boy asked his stepdad to officially adopt him during the wedding ceremony. That's double cause for celebration.
We'll come over and get you. Just stay there.
And this is a heroic rescue of a woman whose car fell into a river. People on a speedboat noticed her and managed to save her before the car went completely underwater.
All right, your purse is out.
And here's some incredible friendly support for a woman who is about to start chemotherapy. This girl couldn't find her parents, and people at the beach started clapping to attract their attention. And finally, a homeless man asked for a little bit of help and got a lot more than he expected. A custodian from Ukraine received overwhelming support from the students. They put a Ukrainian flag on the wall along with cards, well wishes, and drawings featuring her family members' names.
We support you, Anna. We love you.
A kind driver stopped the trolley bus to move a kitten from the road. These girls came to visit their nanny who basically raised them. And look at her reaction. Children at this school created a tunnel of kindness for all the heroes of their town. Soccer player Eric Christensen noticed that a fan is holding a jersey with his name on, so he came over to chat and leave his autograph. This fisherman helped a police officer get to a group of kids who drifted into deep water on their air mattress.
Sorry to bother you, is it okay if you can just hold these?
And this guy made this woman's day when he noticed she looked a bit sad.
Have a lovely day.
A dog was taken to a vet clinic, but it looks very frightened. Just look at what the vet does to put the dog at ease. And here's the result. Just like this referee at a bicycle race, who saved the cyclists from a mass pileup. On Valentine's Day, this guy received a gift from every girl in his class because he was always a perfect gentleman, letting the girls go ahead of him. And in Paris, hundreds of protesters stepped aside to let an ambulance through. This guy in need clearly didn't expect such kindness. And here, a rescue squad freed a 2-year-old child from a locked car and returned him to his mom. this boy was recently adopted, and this is the first time he got a birthday cake with his name on from his new family. Look how happy he is. And this guy is steadying a girl's suitcase so that she could get some rest. This grandpa had an amazing surprise when his grandson was brought from Kentucky to Florida to see him. This woman's family supported her when she underwent a chemo treatment by shaving their heads in solidarity. Aside from their work, police officers do many good deeds which often go unnoticed, such as bringing lost children back to their parents, buying food for the homeless, or even just tying a child's shoelaces. This girl asked her dad for money to buy ice cream. Turns out she didn't buy it for herself. She bought it for a homeless person. That's some good upbringing. This young woman's husband was helping her shave off her hair after chemo. And here's her reaction to the way he chose to support her. If that's not love, I don't know what is. That's all for today. Tell us in the comments about your favorite feature, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.